Hello everyone, glad to have you back for another video on Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis using market profile and order flow. So let's get started with Nifty first. Nifty futures opened outside the value area. So if you look at yesterday, there was a strong up move above the previous day before yesterday value, indicating that some kind of initiative directional buyers are coming in. So today the prices have opened outside of the value area. So this indicates that again the whoever initiative buyer has pushed the prices yesterday, he tried to make a move in his direction. So that is the first indication here. But then the prices went down. So why the prices went down? If you look at, there was a good amount of unfinished business of 984 yesterday. So that attracted the prices. Along with that, there is a good amount of PPOC which attracted the prices. So whenever you see a price opening outside the value area, always try to trade towards that opening. So yesterday the prices have opened inside the value area, so your idea is to trade towards this opening. But today if you look at, the prices have opened outside the value area of yesterday. So here the idea is to try towards this opening unless the prices gets accepted. So what happened, as Nifty started going down at the lows, it has left out a good amount of zeros, indicating that there is no passive sellers at the lows. If you understand what moves the markets, it's the market orders, but limit orders are very much essential to sustain the downside move. So here if you look at, on the left side, there is good amount of strong market orders indicating they are moving the market, but at the same time right side there is not much of equal volumes, indicating passive sellers itself are not very much interested at the lower levels. Also there is a 2 zeros at the lows, indicating maybe they are not much interested. So what happened immediately at the same time in the next 30 minutes, which I have updated in the Telegram group, if you look at, there was a strong buyers that came in around 25,500 levels, indicating that the prices will likely go for the opening price, which is around 25,550 levels. Now also I have many times shared you that if the prices closes above the volume clusters of 30 minutes or 1 hour, likely the prices will try to go in that direction. If you focus here, there is a good amount of volume clusters all the way up to 25,510 levels, but then immediately prices closed above the volume clusters. You also have in section 30 minutes good volume clusters around 25,540 levels, and all the way prices closed above those volume clusters, indicating the directional buyers might try to take control. Nifty went all the way towards yesterday high, where you have seen a very good amount of unfinished business, 448 and 1.2k, and then prices have closed above that also. So that indicates that whoever have sold yesterday, they will try to cover. So from that point you have seen from 25,650 levels to the high has been made around 25,792. So you have seen almost 150 points up move, but at the same time Nifty has started forming a one-time framing market along with multiple gaps somewhere around 25,585. There is a strong gap. You have multiple zeros on the passive side, indicating the markets are becoming very sensitive. At the same time, you have a small bearish divergence at the top around 1215, indicating there could be some kind of shake off, and likely Nifty will take a good amount of pullback, which I have also updated in the group. Around 115 there was a strong dumping of market orders, sending the prices all the way down to 25,540 levels, where all the morning gaps which I have discussed, they act as very strong price magnets. They all get covered. As the market orders are being dumped at 115, Nifty has left multiple gaps around 25,745, 25,735, 725, and then you have multiple gaps at 25,600 levels. So all these things indicating this down move itself is nothing but a inventory adjustment for intraday for locals people. And Nifty took a good support around morning volume cluster, which I have discussed earlier, and at 145 Nifty closed above strong buyers at 25,590 levels. So that indicated likely Nifty will go for the gaps created at 115. So that has happened exactly. For Monday, what you should be looking for is, if you look at the high itself is a poor high, and at closing point there is good amount of unfinished business, 371 and 1.6 and 2.7 and 1.3k. so this is going to give you some kind of clues for Mondays. If that all there is going to be a moderate gap up, there is a good chance Nifty will come down all the way down to 1.3k. If at all there is going to be a, let's say, heavy gap up of about 25,880 or 900 levels, then that is going to be tricky. So let the market sustain for 1 hour to 2 hours, and then as the prices comes down, look for buying opportunity. If at all it doesn't come down below 25,780 levels in the first 1 hour, if at all there is going to be a flat opening around 25,780, which is the closing point, then look for the prices getting accepted inside this value area. If prices gets accepted inside the value area, you will see the POC and you will see the value area low, which is at 25,580 levels. So if at all there is going to be a strong gap down below the value area, then look for the prices to get accepted below 25,430 levels, which is the value area low of yesterday. If it gets accepted below 25,430 levels, you will see prices going to 25,352, and Nifty might even go down to 25,270 levels. So because 25,300 itself is a weak low, so these weak lows, they get revisited in 5 days. But this all depends on whether the global markets are going to close strongly positive tonight or strongly negative tonight or close flat. So this is with Nifty, guys. So coming to Bank Nifty also has formed similar kind of pattern as I had discussed with Nifty. Yesterday, if you look at Bank Nifty has opened inside the value area, and as the prices went up, even though despite of a strong delta is there of 8.1k, prices came down. The reason is the low itself has opened inside the value area, so the locals will try to adjust their inventories, pushing the prices downside. So it came down, it formed a failed auction, and that failed auction stood. And today what happened? Bank Nifty opened outside the value area, indicating maybe yesterday's directional traders are trying to take control. So whenever you see markets opening outside the value area, you try to trade towards that opening. The reason is you will have better chances if you trade towards that opening, unless the prices gets accepted inside the value area. Despite of Bank Nifty going down inside the value area of yesterday, the low has not been broken. So there is no acceptance in the first 30 minutes, and there is a good amount of volume clusters which has formed at 53,180 levels, and it is immediately in the second 30 minutes Bank Nifty has reversed, closing above those volume clusters, acting as a very good support. So from C period onwards, from 10:15 onwards, you have seen a continuous higher highs, one time framing market, and at 12:45 it made a higher high, and then at 1:15 you have seen a strong dumping towards the volume clusters which I have discussed just now. As dumping was happening in Bank Nifty, the high itself which has been created at 12:45, it is a poor high. So that tells you that there is a good possibility it will likely get revisited. At the same time, 1:15 dumping candle has good amount of gap and multiple zeros here on passive side. This also indicates that probability of revisiting this area is likely. So at 1:45 up move got confirmed, which I have updated in the Telegram group. And if you look at, there is a strong buyer at 1:45, prices closed above that buyer, indicating confirming that prices will likely go towards the gap and poor high, which happened somewhere towards the closing. So for one day, what you should be looking is, today the cumulative delta is of 7.1k, and if at all on Monday, if prices sustains above 53,800 for 1 hour, you will likely see some kind of up move. But if at all Bank Nifty comes below 53,520 levels, which is the value area of today, there is a good possibility it will go for PPOC, and then value area low is likely chance at 53,215 levels. But this all again depends on the overall global sentiment. If at all there is going to be a heavy gap down, watch for how the price reacts around 53,090 levels. If at all Bank Nifty sustains below this level, you will easily see, I think 52,980 is very easy. but then again there is a good possibility 52,810 is also possible. This failed auction whatever has formed on Thursday, it will likely get revisited, and good possibility of the imbalance which got created around last Wednesday at 52,600 is also very much possibility. But will it happen on Monday? I would take one more day as a buffer. So this all again depends on the global market sentiment. So if at all there is going to be a flat opening inside this value area, that is going to be tricky. So let the market sustain inside the value area, try to trade towards the 53,200, and if at all Bank Nifty closes inside 53,200 in the first 2 hours and take a contrarian trade towards the other side of the value area, it's likely going to be a sideways market. So if you are looking for live market updates, you can join my Telegram group, or if you are keen on learning order flow and market profile, you can go through the playlist which I am attaching at the end of this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.